I'm going to have a look at this box here. It's got 14, 12 frames at the bottom, and in the middle, or the top two boxes have got standard national frames. So I haven't looked in the bottom for a long time, and I just want to make sure that they're not deciding to swarm down there. Let's have a look. Well, there's no sign of queen cells at the moment. No sign of the queen either, but I'm sure she's there somewhere. So I'm going to put it back together. I think I might split this box up in the next few days. I'm at the old orchard again, and the no more blossom. That's all done with now. So these bees don't want to use the entrance, I see. These could probably now do with a brood box. Maybe that one over there could be brought into play. And that one up there should be put into a brood box too. I split these. I took some frames out of this box and took them to the woods, expecting them to make queen cells, and they did make a queen cell. And when I went to look, there was a queen. So they must have already started making queen cells before I took them away. So I wonder what state they're in. I'm not going to look at them today, I don't think. Let them get on with it. But this one and this, I don't think there's any bees in this hive. I'll have a look. Right, I've just done a procedure here which is definitely not advised. So I've taken the frames out of a polynuc box and put them into this brood box without seeing that there's a laying queen inside. In fact, seeing that there isn't a laying queen. I can see the open queen cell but no laying queen, so they shouldn't have been moved until there is a laying queen. But there you are. I want to get on. They've been moved. Let's hope they're all right. Let's hope the queen can find her way back to a different entrance than what was there before. This box the swarm moved into in the city, and I brought it out here. There doesn't seem to be much activity going on here. Well, there are some bees in the box. Not exactly booming, but we'll see if they've got any eggs and brood. Well, they're not short of brood. So yeah, they've got brood. Let's see if we can spot the queen. Oh, she's laying very nicely, this queen. The brood looks quite good, doesn't it? One open there. Good. And another lovely frame of wax. Again, absolutely full of honey on the outside, but full of eggs on the inside. No. Oh God, there she goes. There she is. I want that paint to dry. There she goes. Come on, keep going. Got that nice blue paint to dry. Now she can feel it. It's drying. Yeah, city bees, so much lighter than the bees that I quite often, the swarms I often get in the countryside. We're doing very well. So I don't know whether this was a prime swarm or whether it was a cast, but whoa, there you go. Come on. Whoa, there she goes. Yeah, she's going down. Is she going down? She's gone down. Right, she's gone down. Right, well that's one swarm hived in this old kit, which can't actually be the very best thing to do with a swarm. Nice new kit with new frames would be much better, because really when they're swarms they're kind of like clean, but they're not clean if they go into our old kit that could be full of nosema and God knows what else. So if these bees do quite well, it would be a good idea before the winter comes, maybe August, to actually shake them onto brand new frames and get them set up on new frames for the winter. Right, well I did put another super on that box over there. We hope that the Virgin Queen finds her way back into here. Totally the wrong thing to do, but we'll see. And we didn't look at that one. Got an empty space there now, and swarm queen in this one. Bees are slightly disorientated because their box was on top of the hive, and so that the entrance is now at the bottom, so they're having to find that. There's a bit of activity going on over here, but I don't think it's been actually adopted, and there's a chance for an adoption over there too. Well, this weekend could well be a swarming weekend. It's going to be very hot, so we'll see if these two hives get taken up this weekend. That's the box that has the queen in that escaped from the poly box and got back into the hive, which I took out again a few days ago. These are the frames that I took out originally that won't have a queen yet. This, when I looked at it last time I was here, had a queen but no eggs and brood, but may have eggs and brood now. So I think the first port of call is to put the queen and make sure we see her, put her into that, put her into a brood box. Well, there she is. She's a queen that came in last year as a swarm, very late. Managed to defeat the wasps by having a very small entrance between two boxes, and now here she is. She's come to the woods at last. So now I'm going to put her in here. So she can now spend the rest of the year here in the woods. Right, that's Houdini and her clan. Hives in a brood box here with a couple of supers on, and they were doing quite well in Howard's farm. So let's it'll take them a bit of time to build up again, build up their numbers. So let's see how well they make honey out here in the woods this year. I think I might have got it all wrong. I think this one might be Houdini, and that one over there was the first swarm of the year. Oh well, let's see how this box goes. There she is. Ooh. Houdini at last in a brood box in the woods. Got two supers on, then the crown board and two spare supers above that. I must remember that they're spare supers and not later on think she's got four supers on. But there we are. A swarm over there. And then last year's swarm here. Another swarm over there. And then a couple of others to check next time we come. Right, here we are, Howard's Farm, 20th of May, and the Langstroth hive is the priority. Has it got queen cells still intact, or are we too late? Hopefully we're not too late. Right, we have some unopened queen cells here that I can harvest. Some of the others are torn down. I think there might be a virgin queen in here already, but I will take 3 of these and leave one just in case. I think I'm going to cut those out of there. I'm going to cut, I think, that one and those 2. Right, well there's some an unopened queen cell there that looks as though it worked. They've torn a queen cell down here, and that one looks quite thin at the end, so they might tear that one down. But that one looks quite good, and if I leave that with these bees, there's a fair chance that we'll get a nice queen out of it. Right, I've got a frame here to put a queen cell on. It's come out of this box over here, which has now already got queen cells in it, so they need to be dealt with soon. But in the first instance, let's just get one of these queen cells on this frame. There we are. Let's hope that that stays there, and let's hope that it opens out into a queen. Now, it's tempting to put all 3 on this one frame and not push it, and maybe that's what I should do, because I don't know. Right, one of these other 2 is dud. It's got a hole in the side. Right, so this box is getting all the flying bees, and it's got a couple of queen cells, so we'll hope that they get open nicely, and then we might take the box away in the middle of the day sometime and put that box over there back, or we might just switch them round. Might just switch the boxes round. I put the box with the grafted queen cells in down here because I've actually locked it up. The bees can't get out. The wheel's been spun so that they can get some air. I don't know whether that's a good idea. Or maybe I should just take them and risk them coming unstuck in the car. That's it for today. Queen cells in that one. Queen cells in that one. Queen cells in this one. Queen cells in that one down there. I think I need to get back here quite quickly and sort out this one and that one down there. Right, well, the box with the queen cells in is here now in the yard. And I'll have to have a look at it tomorrow and see whether the queen cells are on the floor or still in place. That was quite a bumpy ride getting here, and they weren't particularly well fixed. Could have been left today really, but I didn't really want to leave the bees locked up, so we'll hope that the queen cells are actually still viable. So did the queen cells survive the journey, or are they now on the floor? Well, it looks as though they did. One there and one here, getting quite thin at the end. So this one might actually open first. The bees are attending to it. So yeah, it's amazing how the bees will stick them together with the rest of the frame. Yeah, look, that's getting quite thin at the end. I wouldn't be surprised if the queen comes out of there fairly soon. Whereas this one, they've actually stuck the end down to the bottom piece of wax. Anyway, they're both there, so that's quite good.